it hasn't even been literally this bandsaw right behind me over here, and the whole 2 months, 1 month it was just stored, then it was unboxed, and then the second month I was just adjusting the bandsaw, all the guides, the rollers, doing some test cuts to make sure this is cutting square, and during the whole process it's broken. Look, I'm gonna turn on the bandsaw, the motor won't even spin the bandsaw. And that's with no heavy duty work. I mean, pretty much brand new, no mileage. Barely got through the testing phases and it's broken. I did reach out to them, and we did put a claim number. Luckily, I'm over the 60 days return and exchange policy they have, but I do have a 1-year warranty on this that comes standard. So I will be calling them and trying to get exchange for this. Very, very disappointed. Man, I mean, come on. Tools these days are getting so cheap. I swear, everything that I pretty much am buying, granted it's entry level, it is so cheap. The quality, the specifications on this, it's pretty dang bad. But yeah, just an update on what's going on. All right, power on the bandsaw. This is brand new. Used only a few times for some test cuts while I'm adjusting the guides. And unless I turn this as I'm turning on the power button, it won't get going. So not sure what it is. Tension is good. Whack. So I decided to take out the blade so there's no tension on anything. Still won't let it spin. So it's definitely not the blade tension that's affecting it. Maybe something already going on in the motor. The last thing I can think of is the tension here on the belt's too tight, but I highly doubt that. All right, took the belt off here, turning it on. Restart. No problems at all. Let's throw the belt on again, but it almost seems like there's this hard spot right there. Hard spot, easy, hard spot. Probably they're known to have gear problems over here, so maybe that's what it is. All right, as you guys can see, my bandsaw, when I go and turn it on, it's not gonna turn on. And after looking at it a few times, and when I take off the motor, when I take off the belt, the motor will spin, but there's some tension on this drive shaft pulley, so something's going on in there. We're gonna take it apart and we're gonna see if there's any damage. This is a brand new machine. It's probably about a month and a half old. I just started cutting with it and it's already not working. Very disappointed. Let's start taking it apart and see if there's any damage. So these 4.5 by 6 inch metal bandsaws have some flaws, and from what I heard online, those gears are one of those flaws. So let's see if there's any damage. Oh yeah, there definitely seems to appear like there's a lot of glitter in the oil. Let's get a lamp here and we'll take a look. First impressions, just looking at the gasket. Just look at the gasket right over here. You can already see metallic shavings. That's no bueno. All right, so we got the drive belt off, and this is me just spinning the pulley, and I'm telling you guys, just look at all that. Let me get more light in here. So first things first, it looks disgusting. This looks like it's been, the oil in here looks like it's been there for years. Zooming in, you could see the metallic shavings. Let's take a look at this top gear right there. Look at that. This whole top thing, loose. You see, I can move that around, boom, right there. That's not a good thing. As we keep moving around, that bottom gear also looks a little bit worn out and over sharpened. And again, you can see just as I'm turning it, all that metallic shavings coming out from here. So there's an area as I turn the pulley which is nice and smooth, and then right now as we get here, it's kind of skipping in the rough spot. Let's take a look at the copper drive gear also. Let's take a look at that and see how that one looks from the side. But that is pretty bad, as you can see, metallic shavings. And this essentially, I didn't have this even 2 months. Maybe I did a total of 15 pie cuts, but pretty much after like 8 pie cuts, this was the result of it. Long story short, guys, this machine's gonna have to get returned. Clearly, judging from this mess, this catastrophe, and it doesn't leave me confidence with the machine, with the brand. Thank God there is a 1-year warranty on these from the manufacturer. I already have a authorization number to return it to Northern Tool, and I will be returning it now that I have made some videos on the product, on how to adjust the bandsaw and clearly how to check for any problems. Again, it has a smooth turn in, and then once it gets to this location, like, I have to force it, and that's why this motor doesn't have enough juice to turn it over. It will work, but I have to turn on the machine and then start jumping the pulley over, get it going. Once it's going, it has enough momentum to keep going. But yeah, that's terrible. I've seen some people open theirs up, and it's just a golden color of gear oil that's in there, but this looks pretty bad. So if you're having issues with your bandsaw, open this gear cover up, take a look, see if you got any issues like I've just shown below. And if you have warranty, return and replace. All right, thanks for watching, guys. All right, guys, this is a brand new clutch metal bandsaw. Haven't even used it yet. We're gonna take apart the plate here and show you what a new one that's not used should look like. Nice and clean, no metallic shavings. As you can see under the light, the oil here, perfectly spotless. We're gonna go turn this bandsaw and just check for any sharp edges that might be on here and compare it to the last one. As you guys know, the last one had some rough edges here. So we're just gonna take a look at this one. So right out of the bat, as I turn this gear forward,
This is brand new. Take a look at the bottom gear. You see how it's bent up already? That might be a big problem, and we might have to straighten that out before this gives us the same problem as the old one. Not sure if that specific gear does right on anything. Doesn't seem to be hitting anything at the moment. I'm also gonna take a look right here at the top. There's one little shaving mark here that we might just kind of file down. The big gears look pretty good, pretty smooth. I mean, this is hand turning just fine compared to the other one, which had a hard spot on it. There definitely seems to be some kind of grease in there as well, because you can tell if I pull that out. I'm not sure if you can focus on that or not. It almost looks like it has some kind of shavings in there already. So definitely interesting. I mean, the oil itself is clear, but if I take a look right here by the oil, I already see something's pulling into this clean oil, and it does have like a metallic look to it. So that's interesting. Just shows you the build quality here. This might be some kind of pre-assembly lube, like I mentioned, so it might be quite normal. I know a lot of guys flush out with their oil, clean all this out, flush it out with their own oil, and I don't know, maybe we might do that too.